Liverpool fan in Japan.
Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki man Sai. It's transfer season officially, and now the latest rumours, they're all coming on us all upon once. Anthony Gordon to Liverpool in place of Jarrell Quansah. Is that a trade that we're looking to do? Is Newcastle just doing some Puff the Magic Dragon, wishing their financial fair play away? What is smoking up there on Tyneside? Jarrell Quansah for Anthony Gordon? I don't know. Anthony Gordon is a Scouser, by the way, and he was a Red growing up. Steven Gerrard was his idol, and the only reason he had a bit of a kerfuffle with Liverpool fans was because he thought Liverpool were looking down on Everton players, not respecting Premier League Everton and its players. Who would have thunk it? Bitters, alright? Calafiori turned up for Italy. However, Italy are knocked out. Very poor performance from them. Spalletti abandoned his peaceful life on a farm after bringing glory back to Napoli. Speaking of Napoli, Kvaratskhelia, who considers future at club level after Georgia's international exploits. They beat Portugal 2-0 and they are through to the next round as well. I'll be talking about that. And Liverpool beating Premier League rivals to a youngster in the Chelsea Academy. This is signs of Dominic Solanke all over again. So without further ado, let's talk about the first big news, right? Anthony Gordon. Actually, Newcastle have agreed a deal with Brighton for Yakubu Minteh to join 33 million, right? But this doesn't completely ease their financial fair play situation. They could be still up for points deductions because they need more than the 33 million provided upfront by Brighton to meet financial fair play regulations. Therefore, Guimaraes, Anthony Gordon, Isak is still on the table. Isak is a prototype of Thierry Henry, but he's a little bit more of an injury sick note, and I think Thierry Henry had a higher ceiling, but Isak is a quality player. I don't think Liverpool will be going after Isak, but Anthony Gordon is a particularly interesting one because one thing that people have underestimated about Anthony Gordon, apart from the fact he's plucky, he scours, he's dynamite in terms of energy, running in behind, people think he only plays on the left. He played on the right predominantly for Everton. He could be a versatile forward in a Sadio Mane vein, running up and down the wing, down the channels, releasing Mo Salah to go inside, into the half space, into the central positions, into the 10 positions. We'll talk about Mo Salah tactically in a bit. Anthony Gordon is not predominantly just a left winger. He is just a menace on the wing. And he allows Trent Alexander-Arnold to hit him in behind because he's a willing runner all day long. Luis Diaz for Anthony Gordon. Is that the trade? Ever since Luis Diaz goes back to Colombia, lights it up with his footwork, his skill, his trickery. He still hasn't got an end product, by the way. Always those rumours to Barcelona, always those rumours to La Liga. He's a Spanish Latino player who dreams of La Liga, playing for Barcelona, Real Madrid, one of the two. His dad will never shut up about playing for Barcelona. He tried to quell the doubts by saying he's perfectly happy at Liverpool, but this is because I don't think those La Liga clubs can afford him. Where are those levers? Pull that lever, yo, at Barcelona. Let's get some levers on for Luis Diaz. I wouldn't mind selling him because I don't think his end product is quite there. For all the skill and trickery and flair, he doesn't put it in the back of net and he doesn't assist the goals. He releases the ball too late. He does not get his head up. He hasn't got the vision, the creativity for that technical play. However, Arne Slot does like his wingers to go 1v1 with the great one. No, that's The Rock. So, Luis Diaz, I think, could be a prominent part of Arne Slot's system. However, if you bring in Anthony Gordon, who's more of a polished finisher, and that's interesting, right? He's not as skillful, but pace kills. Pace absolutely destroys and wrecks. And in his own words, he does not lack confidence. He is a nightmare matchup for any defender worldwide because he's pacey, he's direct, he likes to finish, and he gets assists as well. Double digits in assists and goals in the Newcastle team that are not blazing the Premier League away. I'll take Anthony Gordon. Sure, he's a bit of a knob sometimes. Excuse my French. However, he could be our knob, and we need that. Andy Robertson's shithousery is waning. He has not ruffled Messi's hair for a while. He has not crunched someone in. He's not given a cheeky, chappy smirk for a while because he's not even always on the team. Robertson needs rotation as well. So who do we have? We don't have Luis Suarez to chomp on the opposition, and you need a bit of gamesmanship in the team to win the Premier League. Anthony Gordon is a bit of a diver sometimes. Let's admit it. Not to the same level of Harry Kane, that Olympic gold standard. But Anthony Gordon does win the free kicks, and we need those free kicks because delivery from Trent Alexander-Arnold, from Dominic Szoboszlai, from Kostas Tsimikas, from Andy Robertson will come up trumps. Cody Gakpo as well, I imagine. Do we need more shithousery in the team? I think yes, we do, because Darwin Núñez was well on it. He's well on it. He's like, ah! But then Jurgen Klopp coached it out of him, and I don't know why, because we need that Latino flair. And I will talk about in the next video how Arne Slot will unleash the Uruguayan version of Darwin Núñez, even though he is Uruguayan. It's a little bit odd to say. So I think Anthony Gordon would be a great prospect, but to meet their financial fair play obligations, the deal has to be agreed and submitted and signed to and delivered more or less for the Premier League by tonight, before July. Will it happen? There's lots of smoke around it. There's no smoke without a fire. I don't know if they're ready for that smoke, but he would be a great signing. And I actually think Anthony Gordon is a really, really good winger. He's used to the Premier League. He's homegrown. He scours. He's a red. He's young. He's got double digits in assists and in goal tallies. Take away your personal feelings. At a technical level and at attribute level, he fits Liverpool. And I'm going to show you on the tactics board how he fits Liverpool and how we play differently with him in the lineup. And I'd take him instead of Luis Diaz. I would take him because there's always that lingering doubt. I don't want to hear season after season his dad, you know, doing the little bit of Latino samba. Barcelona, come to me. That kind of thing, right? Yeah. Kvaratskhelia at Napoli. What a player. Dynamite on left wing. Passion. He's hairy. He's rugged. Cravadonna. Great dribbler. Jinking, dragging the ball, but he's so right-footed. I would get so frustrated when 99.9% of the time that he's only right-footed and does everything right-footed, and the links are sketchy. And to get someone out of Napoli with their president in place is very, very difficult. Koulibaly finally got out because Chelsea overpaid. Didn't live up to scratch, even though he did score a goal in his debut. Lavezzi to PSG. Didn't live up to scratch. Cavani out there, he's always a plucky fighter, hard-working forward. Didn't quite live up to scratch. Marek Hamsik as well. A baller. I love that trio. Lavezzi, Hamsik, Cavani. Yeah. Napoli pulled off a blinder to win the Italian Serie A. But yeah, I don't think Kvaratskhelia, you took it 80 million plus and he's so right-footed. We've already got a right-footed left wing forward, Cody Gakpo. I don't see it happening. But then you look at Calafiori, right? Calafiori. He looks like a technical, long-haired Italian stallion, Maldini type of breed of player. He's comfortable bringing the ball out of back. He looks very composed, very comfortable, could be the solution. He's that David Hanko type, Ignacio type, Hincapié type, left-footed, left-sided centre-back who can on occasion play left-back as well. This is a very, very interesting link, and it'd be interesting to see how the rumours come to play. But Italians in Liverpool traditionally don't do their best. Aquilani, he scored a goal against Atletico Madrid. If we won that tie, it would have been really, really good for his career. Alas, injury, sick note, replacing Alonso, short ball playing Maverick, never going to make it. Balotelli, Brendan Rodgers did not want him. We ended up with him. Great debut, holding off Tottenham. Yeah, just didn't live up to standard, not the professional standards that we needed. Dossena, Andre Dossena, scored the lob against Real Madrid, scored the lob against Manchester United. Left back, rugged. He reminds me of Hosami, Benitez's first signing. Slow, big, tanky, great attitude. Never could nail down a starting spot. Couldn't even overtake Alberto Moreno. Alberto Moreno, baby Gerrard. Then Fabio Borini, he wants it so bad with the knife in between his teeth. Celebration, and we saw that like twice because he scored like 1 or 2 goals. Brendan Rodgers said we would love that player. I don't know what is up with Brendan Rodgers. He spends too much time looking up his own picture, his own portrait, life-size portrait in his house, in his mansion. Actually, credit to Brendan Rodgers. He donated, or he rented out his gaff to Jurgen Klopp, right, to live for a while. I have nothing against Brendan Rodgers. Exciting times, exciting footballs. Luis Suarez propped us up. We really should have won the league that year. So Italians at Liverpool, very hit and miss. Calafiori though looks stylish. He's got the hair, he's got the profile, the ball playing centre back. Is he hard enough? Is he solid enough? Is he physical enough? Aerial dominance, not quite there, but he's cultured. He's a cultured full back, come centre back with a left foot. I'll take him. It'd be expensive. And I think Real Madrid and other teams are looking for him as well. We always seem to be competing with Real Madrid for these talents, and Real Madrid have that pool, but they can't go after Calafiori, they can't go after Lenny Euro and every wonder kid in world football. Well, they can do, but not everyone will end up there. So it could be one to look out for. But Anthony Gordon is the play. I think he'd have a really, really big impact because he's not the sexiest name out there, Anthony Gordon, and he's not the sexiest looking player out there. But he's honest and he's passionate and he's got grit and he's British and he's not an injury sick note, and he can shoot with both feet and he can play on both wings. He can even play forward as well. He's a handful, and every team needs a knob, and he can be our knob. We need a knob, and I'm not going to be your knob. I will be your channel with substance and abundance. And speaking of which, another goodie arrived today. It's in a bin bag. I haven't seen these kind of black bin bags since that time in the UK, but oh, it's got cling film in it as well. And while I'm opening this, I will be translating the full first chapter of Wataru Endo books due very, very shortly. This is an interesting one. He talks about his interactions with Takumi Minamino, how these experienced heads are expected to lead the national team, and even after the meetings, after dinner, Stuttgart were in danger of relegation, Endo couldn't do anything but think about how to help his club win on a playing pitch, in a talking capacity, in a tactical capacity. But also the fact that Minamino went to Europe and went to Liverpool before him. A super club. He talks in Liverpool as a super club. He didn't know at the time that he'd end up at Liverpool. And he talked about how he could give his experience from going abroad to the nationals, escaping Japan, to the younger generations of Japan, and how Japanese players can make an impact, and how he realised he was a dueling master because he led the dueling statistics in the Bundesliga for 2 years in a row. That's our boy Wataru Endo, the thinking man's player. His perspective on football is super important for the youngsters and his teammates to learn from, and he will play a big part next season. Now it's very, very hot here in Miyazaki, Japan. So looky, Liverpool and Carlsberg. Now, I thought this was going to be a t-shirt. This is not a t-shirt. This looks like proper jacket. Carlsberg, let me bring that for you. Come on, my son. Look at this Liverpool duffel jacket. This is what you need. Adidas on the back. My goodness, let me prop this on. How old must this be? Vintage goods. I paid 8,000 yen for this. That's what, about 40 quid odd. From Mercari, Japan. Because I'm buying all the vintage goods I can find, because Japanese second-hand doesn't mean second-hand. It's more or less brand new. They keep it in great condition, even smells good. Or is that just me? Whoa! Got my coaching setup. This is a channel of substance and abundance. Look at that. Let me get behind. Yes, my son. Carlsberg. This is L size. I am massive. I really like this design. This is old school. This is vintage. It's really comfy. Really comfy. Fields of Anfield Road. Arne Slot's coaching team. Miyazaki Mansai. But really, in all honesty, it's a beautiful, beautiful jacket for really, really cheap. And it's vintage and it smells good. So thank you to all the members. We will be going through the dual book and all of the vlog series translated. And Endo also talks about he's not stupid. He realizes when you're over 30 years old, it becomes increasingly difficult to earn that big move, but he's making the right steps. He knew he had to move. He moved at the right timing because Takumi Minamino even confirmed, right, you've had 3 kids. You have 1 more kid on the way. Move, settle in your new location. You have the world experience and now you can lead the national team, prove yourself as a leader, step up into midfield, because he didn't always consider himself a midfielder. He was a centre back and he can play the fullback roles as well. Stepped into midfield and now he is a mainstay of the national team, inheriting the captaincy of Makoto Hasebe. He is the one that current generations and future generations look up to, and he did it because of his strength of mind and his understanding of the game. So for the price of a decent cup of coffee a month, join the membership, support the channel. But if it's not the right time, even a subscribe and a like and a comment below will really make me happy. Domo arigato minasan. Now, Riccardo Calafiori would really go a long way to bringing the sexy back. My missus would really appreciate the signing of Calafiori, not because of his football ability, because of his good-looking ability. Yeah, but Van Dijk will start anyway. So it'd be very interesting. Calafiori, does he slot in at the left-back slot? Does he go next to Van Dijk? Does Van Dijk shift over to the right-hand side? So let's just, for balance sake, put Calafiori here and his good looks, Riccardo Calafiori, and Van Dijk. It'd be a new perspective because Van Dijk always played left side pretty much throughout his whole career. But what I want to do is, if we signed Anthony Gordon, right, I don't think he starts on the left wing. Let's keep Luis Diaz, because I think Luis Diaz has a lot to offer this Liverpool team in an Arne Slot system, right? So does Cody Gakpo, different profiles. I think you could see a world where Anthony Gordon does start left wing on occasion when you want to be direct and go in around the outside. This facilitates Darwin Núñez to be the person, the poacher in the box waiting for those chances. I want something similar on the right hand side, driving to the byline, absolutely causing havoc down the wing, crossing the ball in. Now that is Mo Salah's penchant of old when he cuts inside and links up with Darwin Núñez. You don't have to have 2 out wingers, you can have an inverted forward, and Salah with his new hairdo looks an absolute beast, an absolute menace, looks so focused on here. Who's going to be the number 10? We could have a Harvey Elliott, we could have a Cody Gakpo. I would love to see McAllister here, because McAllister, Big Mac with the M, he has the facility to slide that ball in between the centre-back and the full-back for rampaging Gordon around the outside. And I think Gordon has the techers to pull it back or drag it back and hit a McAllister who takes a first-time shot. Hits it to Salah who takes a touch and bends it in into the far corner as well. Núñez can float on the back post. Gordon has a decent crossed floated ball to the back post to Núñez. Núñez can go for goal. He can knock it down. He can chest it and volley it in. I think Gordon just offers so much because of his ability to go around the outside, and he gives Trent the outlet. Trent would love a player like Gordon who would go into the space. The ball goes into the space right there. Alternatively, Trent nails it into the number 10 McAllister, the number 10 McAllister, not the 8 McAllister, the 10 McAllister, who stops it on the sixpence, and now he has every option. Salah in the half space, Nunez over the top, Nunez slid in, Gordon slid in, rampaging left back, slid in. I think Gordon would just be an absolute menace, and he can, if he wanted to, cut inside as well. But that's Gordon on the left-hand side. Calafiori can drop into the midfield and form that base with that midfielder, because he's really, really good at bringing the ball out from the back. I just want to see the players get McAllister into position, get Salah into position, a Szoboszlai into position. Gordon can stay high and wide. That would be beautiful for me. I think the right winger, or even if we put Gakpo, let's put Gakpo in this example here. Gakpo loves to cut inside. This will be his modus operandum right there, which means that not Calafiori. Calafiori is already on the pitch. Gordon can hold the width on the right hand side, and what you're left with there is, if we can pick out Trent in that spot, Gordon can make the run, which hits in and behind, hold it up, rotate, ping it back to Trent, who can whip it in for Nunez and Gakpo, danger men in the box, and McAllister waiting on the outside for anything that drops as well. Gordon just offers so much threat because he is right-footed, but he can go around the outside on the right. He can go around the outside on the left. He can cut inside. He can link up the play of the 1-2s. He's scruffy as well because he will poach, and he'll be a menace floating in and around Nunez. Also, it gives you the opportunity to play Gordon as the lead man going off the top, and Nunez floating around the outside, because this is exactly the position, and this is not what we've seen enough from the last season. Nunez smashed it in against Newcastle, Gordon's team, twice from this position. Get the ball, through ball played through, deep line playmaker, hello, in it goes, smash, goal, smash front post, goal. He's got a decent delivery as well. Nunez, Gakpo, Gordon, mouth-watering, absolutely mouth-watering. Now, if you have Kvaratskhelia on the left, let's put, can't remember how to spell his name, that's like a tennis player, give it over or something, and there go. Anyway, let's put the players back into position. Trent, midfielder, McAllister, Kvaratskhelia, Nunez, Gordon. Let's erase some of this stuff. The thing with Kvaratskhelia is the fact that he's like a Joaquin. He brings the ball. He's a ball carrier. Not necessarily as much off the ball running as Gordon running down the flanks, but he'll bring the ball, which allows, if Gakpo was up here, a false 10, the 1-2 in and behind, get Kvaratskhelia, Kvaratskhelia in and around the area, he'll cause manic depression to any fullback and any centre back, because he's a dribbling machine, a dribbling monster, jinking left, right, into spaces, penetrative runs. He's very, very good at the ball to feet. So when you have a McAllister who can feed him the ball to feet and he's taking it on the run, Gakpo can transition out wide, go to the back post, go anywhere. Gordon darting in as well. He would be a really, really exciting grab who would take the game by the scruff of the neck and take it upon himself to dribble the man like Luis Diaz, but hopefully a bit more end product. But we have Luis Diaz, so do we really need him? And at that price point as well, yeah, it's unlikely. I don't see it. I don't see that one happening. It will be Gordon if we sign a winger. But I really want to look at Takefusa Kubo as well. I think Takefusa Kubo has a role to play at Liverpool, and he's more of a playmaking number 10 wide forward like Inaki Williams and Paez and Dimitri Payet as well. They have a lot about them, but we'll do another video on Takefusa Kubo. But Gordon and Calafiori, because he's sexy, bringing sexy back. Calafiori and Szoboszlai, that's just not fair. Not fair for the ladies, not fair for the good-looking team, for the Handsome League. I need to join that as well. What am I saying? I'm already there. Okay, Miyazaki Man Ichiban. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Smash a like. Comment below. What do you think of the transfer rumours? Calafiori heating up against Real Madrid in the transfer stakes. Anthony Gordon, there's a name that's really dividing opinion, but he's direct, he's pacey, he's English, he's two-footed, he's got good goal contributions, good metrics. Would you swap him for Luis Diaz? Luis Diaz, another chance under Arne Slot. Do we have any chance for Kvaratskhelia? I don't know. Aït-Nouri, very interesting one left back as well. We'll do a video on Aït-Nouri because I think he's really, really quality at left back, but he deserves a whole video and a tactical setup on that. Till next time, Jane means ciao.